Greetings and welcome, friends. Thank you for tuning in to I Am Powered by Love TV. I'm Demi, and this is your Soul Scopes, and this is going to be for Decan to Geminis. And what is the Soul Scope? Well, first let me backtrack and welcome all my returning friends and all the new beautiful humans that are tuning into this. I am a spiritual life coach, aromatherapist, a Reiki master, and an Akashic record reader. So as a channel, and I channel through the Akashic records, I use this gift and ability to really be able to speak from your soul. And talking to the consciousness level of all Gemini to Decans, because I'm in no means an astrologist. I'm just grateful for the guides that give me, some planetary understandings. And so I talk a lot from a predictive stage based on sometimes if they provide any of the elements of planetary movements that are affecting you, so that you'll better understand what lessons and what karma and what you're healing through if they provide that. But because this is an astrology, this is an Akashic record reading, so I call it the Soul Scopes. And so because I'll be listening in for what the soul lesson is for all the Gemini to Decans. And so it could be coming from mostly your soul, but if there's a crossover loved one, or if there's a message from angels and guides and masters and beyond, that information will come, because your soul is eternal, and it's been with you not just in this lifetime but in every lifetime, all the way back from the form of creation in the field of creativity. So let's get started with your reading. So Gemini Decan 2, you hail from the time period of June 1st to June 10th. So if your birthday falls between June 1st and June 10th, this is the reading for you for July. And I'm hearing exhaustion, stress, overworked, and although you are receiving the recognition and the accolades, you are also emotionally taxed, because of your positivity and because of your exuberance, everyone is leaning on you. And there's no one there for you. And it's also really hard for you to really reach out. You are always in servitude to others. And this is part of your soul's purpose, is to be in service, but you don't have that security and protection as a backup, and because you also don't know how to ask for it. You don't know how to speak from a place where you're okay with being vulnerable, and you have a select few, and maybe like one or two really good friends that you really can open up with and be vulnerable to. And so you are now asking what it is that you really want out of life. You have a very strong emotional intelligence. You innately know, by the gift of discernment and reading of energy, you just have that knowingness of what others are going through. And you are also always best at giving of your heart. But right now, the enthusiasm, I believe when cards pop out, I don't know if you just saw that, what pops out, I believe comes to show out. So we're going to grab that card. We'll get to it in just a second. So you are seeking spiritual means to really determine what it is that you really want with your life, because you find that there is vagueness of certainty about tomorrow. And although you have a lot of good things in your life, good friends, success, you're not really living in the passion. And you're not even sure if you can anymore. And this part of you is starting to lose steam. And you're not also, because of the tiredness, because of the exhaustion, and because you are going through this huge spiritual change and stepping into the real authentic expression of your divine self, your soul, you're not really sure of where to go, what to do, and who to even talk to about it. All right. So I'm using Moonology cards here. And this is the one that popped out. So these are the cards that I'm using, Moonology cards. And this is the first one that popped out. Now, so I'm giving you a much bigger reading because there are a lot of matters on the table right now in your life, and so I'm going to dissect all of those because I'm hearing deception, lies, betrayal. There's also some old friends that are coming back, some karma that you're going to have to undo, some old relationships, you know, that person that always sat in the back of your mind, and you were like, what if, you know, this person is coming back, and either they are back right now or they are on their way back. They could be currently in there right now, and you are working through healing some things and realizing some things about yourself, that you are good enough. And this strain in these relationships and are leading to all kinds of mixed things. So you are struggling with not only romance and friendships and backstabbings and lyings. You, because of the restrained tiredness, you are experiencing the past of these relationships that are coming back, irritability, frustration, because you are like, why did I take you back? I already know who you are and what you do and how you do it, and this part is starting to show you that you do deserve, that you are good enough, that you are worthy. And because you don't have that backup security, the familiarity of these relationships felt like it was right to revisit these. And they were like, I'm changed, I'm different. And now you're starting to realize, maybe not so much. Maybe you were worse than you were before. And so you may have to start making some decisions about what it is you really deserve to have in your life, and start beginning to live from a space of unconditional love to yourself and patience with yourself, and really define that, because this exhaustion that you're experiencing is not only emotional, but it's really deep, because they're saying it's time to take a breath, to exhale, and to let it all go. Balance spiritual and the practical. And so the inevitability that you are still remaining in the success of this sector, you are finding some struggles here, and you are losing patience. You're going to have to bring love of self, again, that unconditional love to yourself, and knowing that you deserve this. Because even the sexual encounter that you are experiencing is just, it's empty. And you're like, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep, and even with the friendships, there's some deception. Something is off, and you are starting to realize that this is really, really off. These conclusions are within reach. And when you really make the first move towards yourself, you will find that the love, the affection that you give, that you will receive it back. You and your loved ones, you worry a lot about your family. It goes without saying in this situation, but there's some heavy reliance on you right now emotionally. And you have to know that they're okay, because sometimes you just have to take a step back. You need to set yourself is the priority. You are the home. The soul is in your home. Your body is the home of your soul. And it wants the happiness that you want, because it's already filled with the unconditional love that you need for yourself. But the fears that you have about being loved and being worthy and being good enough, you have to create the vision and then hold on to it. But between the family that needs you, the friends that need you, the relationship, these sectors of the friend and relationship, these are karmic relationships that you have brought back into your life as of recent. This is happening to you right now. And then you've got the job. Everyone is relying on you, and you have no backbone, and you're starting to get irritable, and the changes that you are trying to make and implement, and all the things that you're trying to see, you're not seeing the whole scope of the picture. So you need a practical plan, and you do need a timeout. You need a break. You need to really be able to step back, create the vision, create the dreams, hold on to the visions, and really hold on to your dreams, because you already have this charisma, and people are just naturally drawn to you. You are like the human whisperer of all people. You just seem to have this je ne sais quoi to be able to effervescent into a room, and then all heads and all eyes are on you, and you just ooze with love and joy, and everyone just gravitates to the joy because they want it. But now you don't even have peace. So you're going to have to make the decision to put yourself first. And I know this may sound narcissistic, but the soul wants you to take the stance now and really look at what you deserve and what you desire. And you're looking at it too, and all the shenanigans that are happening, you're like, you know what, I just want to be in a different place in my life, and I want to live and love the life that I have. And yeah, I'm always happy, but I don't know how I'm always optimistic. I just am. Things are always working out for me, so I can just enjoy life. But now you want to wake up and love the life you live. So I'm going to go to the heart space cards. Because creating a practical plan for your dreams and implementing a structure, whatever pops out, comes to show out. Well, you're getting the second longest reading out of everybody. You've got a lot of decisions. You've got to really create a plan. And if this is you and this is resonating with you, I'm going to invite you to come check out my coaching program. This is exactly what it is, that freedom from the self-imposed limitations. The place where the pain is always the truth and never the heart, and never the ability to love yourself and really go for it fearlessly. Your soul is and will always be the source's directive, is why we call it the higher self and the divine self now. This is how it garnered that name, is because it's already created or connected to the creator, and you're never not without that source within you that empowers you to live the beautiful life and help you manifest what you deeply deserve and what you deeply desire. So I'm going to pull 2 cards from here. Awaiting results. This one fell on the floor. Creating that vision with the third eye. We just talked about that. Love abounds. And these are just confirmation of everything that was already said in the first draw. You are good enough. And when you really let yourself take a step into the accelerated movement of your soul and live from the empowered space of unconditional love for yourself, this is the part where your dreams will become the movement of your future. It's not that you need to plan out your dreams. This is not what this card is saying. This card is saying, take a look at what you, not what you need, but what your dreams are, what your passion is. Why are you here and what's your purpose and are you living it? Live from that plan. Hold on to your vision. Is awaiting the results. You're looking at making these changes, and you will continue to make these changes into a more practical spiritual lifestyle where you're living from the truth and authentic expression of yourself is what we mean by spiritual, because you're already spiritual. Your soul is. So that's a done deal. Now you just have to embrace living as your true authentic self, and not the ego, and not the pain, and not the stories, and not the, the past, and not all these things that keep us blocked and trapped into a life that based on our beliefs. People say, it's so crazy because when I hear people say the struggle is real, I'm like, ooh, girl, I hear you. Because see, that's not my life. The struggle's not real. And so that's a belief that's a setup. And when we say, like, I'm broke, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, you're just creating that. It's easier to say, I have the greatest love for myself, I'm creative, I'm worthy, I'm fearless. It's easier to say the stronger, powerful words of the I am and create that than it is to create, there's no one out there for me. Because then you'll create that. That's a belief. And if that's not the true belief that you want to keep creating, then you got to change it. But you also got to figure out the story, where it was created from. And then let go of those dogmas. And then live from the truth. And that is spiritual. I know you didn't tune in for all that, did you? I'm so sorry. I'm not. I love you though, boo. I'm going to give it to you 100. That's what I do now. Okay. So I got to tell it like it is being heard. Don't shoot the messenger. Just come back with more. Anyway, I want to thank you so much, my friends, for tuning in. I love you. Peace, light, and blessings. And I'm sending you Reiki. These are some hard choices to make. And I want you to be able to step into the future with a clean, clear vision of who you see yourself as. And I want you to ride into the truth with an open heart. I want you to be able to let go of all that has been holding you back, every self-imposed limitation, every obstacle and every hurdle that has ever come into your life, so that you can experience more of the joy, more of the abundance of financial growth, all the abundance of success, all the abundance of love, all the abundant wealth and joy of friends and family. And I want to thank you for tuning in. If this resonates with you and you'd like an opportunity to win a free reading with me or any of the other wonderful readers, there's a link below. Please sign up. All winners will be announced every Sunday right here on YouTube and via your email. So please put in and double check your email when you are filling out the free reading. And if you're interested and want to know more about the coaching program, you can always check me out at I Am Powered by Love TV. I'm Demi, and thank you, my dear friends, for tuning in. I love spending time with you, and I would love to get to know you more. So peace, love, light, and so many blessings coming to you. And I'm going to sign out.